Hello again, everyone. Zach Atak is here, my Atak Sportz for this Monday, June the 20th, 2016. What a weekend for sports, ladies and gentlemen. Hope everyone had a nice Father's Day weekend, keeping yourselves cool, especially here in Michigan where it's hot as heck. It's officially the first day of summer, and it's feeling like it here in Michigan today. Of course, for the basketball situation, of course, the NBA championship being crowned as the Cavaliers beat Golden State Warriors in Game 7. Cue the sad Jordan memes for the Golden State Warriors. And of course, MMA happened over the weekend. And of course, Renee, fellow wrestling fans are talking about the events of Money in the Bank, which will boil over tonight on Raw. Before I get to all that, let's talk some football. I cannot wait to see football return this fall as the season of course kick off September 8th, with the first Sunday night football game taking place on September 11th. Now, when you watch NBC Sunday night football starting then, you'll notice they have a new intro video and more importantly, a new intro song. They announced today they're getting rid of Waiting All Day for Sunday Night, which is of course a playoff of Joan Jett's Hate Myself for Loving You. And that's an awesome theme song. I've been loving it no matter who's done it, whether it was Pink, Faith Hill, or more recently, Carrie Underwood. So instead of saying, waiting all day for Sunday night, we'll give a new theme, playing off another song. The song is called Oh Sunday Night. Wait a minute. Is it a parody of Oh Holy Night? No. Why would they make a Christmas song into a football song? Oh, Sunday night. No, it's not a playoff of Oh, What a Night, December 63. Dang, Christmas references. No. Oh, Sunday night. Oh, something bad. Yep, that's right. They are using that song as a playoff. Oh, Sunday night will be a playoff of Carrie Underwood's song, Something Bad to Duet with Miranda Lambert. It kind of makes sense to switch the song up with a song that's being sung by the person who sings your themes. But it's still weird, because when you change up a familiar theme, people are going to buy it. Look what happened to ESPN Monday Night Football. Once they got rid of Hank Williams Jr. over some insensitive comments over Obama, they got rid of his song, and Monday Night Football's not been the same without Are You Ready for Some Football? So it may be the same kind of feeling when they get rid of the Joan Jett parody song, Waiting All Day for Sunday Night. It was an idea of Carrie's, according to a statement by Fred Gudali, the executive producer of Sunday Night Football, and also Thursday Night Football, because of course NBC is now sharing Thursday Night Football telecasts with CBS and of course simulcasting with the NFL Network, by saying that earlier this offseason, Carrie said she had a special idea for a new SNF open song. When we got into the recording studio in Nashville, the song instantly came to life. It'd be a dynamic addition to our show. Carrie added on, saying that I love being part of the SNF family and cannot wait for the fans to hear the new theme song. It'll be a 4th season performing the opening. And she even got the original songwriters of Something Bad, to co-write the parody version for Sunday Night Football, Oh Sunday Night. It's going to be interesting to hear, but it's still going to feel weird without that. Waiting all day for Sunday night. So, we'll see what happens there. So, there you go. New theme coming for Sunday Night Football. A parody of Something Bad from Carrie Underwood and Miranda Lambert. Oh, Sunday night. So, there you go. Now, big news for UFC. Before I get to my thoughts on the events that happened with UFC and Bellator this weekend. UFC has been reportedly up for sale. And apparently, a bidder has been made and a price has been made saying that UFC so far has sold UFC for $4.2 billion. Dana White will remain to run the company for the immediate future, but Lorenzo and Frank Fertitta will be leaving because of the deal. Even Joe Rogan said if they sold it, he'd leave. Well, Rogan may go bye-bye. So there you go. Zuffa's no longer owning it. A new owner's coming in to buy out the Fertillas. So there you go. UFC going to be sold apparently for $4.2 billion. Now, you had UFC and Bellator having events over the weekend. Bellator needed a huge comeback after their shitty-ass event in Boise, Idaho on May 20th. The worst Bellator of all time. Even worse than when I saw him in Windsor. With a shitty-ass main event in a shitty decision. The one guy won. He didn't do crap. So, with that in mind, and of course, UFC the next night. Who had the better event? UFC. Bellator still sucks. Because the UFC event they had on Saturday was better than Bellator's event on Friday. Minus the main event, UFC was still a fun event. The main card, you had Joanne Calderwood, taking on Valerie Letourneau. Trouble. This was in Canada. A lot of Canadian fighters taking place. Her last fight, she lost in a tough fight against Joanna Jędrzejczyk, the Polish chick, for the strawweight championship. This is in flyweight. And Valerie showed a lot of heart in that fight. She never gave up. But she got pummeled. Just like this fight. Okay, fight. Good opener. With JoJo looking good. Big shots to the chest. Especially at the front. The little bit of wardrobe malfunction in the chest. She kept me in the back. And that's what got her the victory in the third round. With a big body kick. Got her from behind. Got her down. Bang. TKO victory for JoJo Calderwood in impressive fashion. An okay opener. And that was, of course, flyweight. They don't have a flyweight champ yet, but maybe after this, maybe they'll consider it. Then we got the lightweight division. OAM, Olivier Aubin-Mercier, took on Thibaut Gauthier, kind of a one-sided affair, with OAM going for the takedowns and good striking. Okay, little fight. Some people say OAM is boring. Ben Askren was boring. This guy almost kind of looks like Ben Askren if you look at it that way. Because Ben Askren was boring, and so was this guy. They both look the same. Doppelgangers. Anyway, OAM got the victory in the third round as well. A lot of three-round finishes. I think I had the record for the most third-round finishes. 5 three-round finishes. 4 of the 5 fights went to the third round. Only 1 went to a decision. The other ones finished in the third. And OAM won by a choke, a submission in the third round. And the only fight to go into the decision in the third round was the fight of the night in my mind, and everyone agrees. Light heavyweight fight between Steve Bosse and the Weird OC, Sean O'Connell. God, this was epic. Back and forth, action, exciting. Bosse was down for the first round, and then Bosse came back in the second round. He won round 2 and 3. Because the Weird OC, Sean O'Connell, won the first round. He had Bosse down. He almost got him out with a big punch. But Bosse got back up and recovered and won the last 2 rounds, which got him the fight. In unanimous decision, a fun fight, best fight of the night, and it was awarded so by UFC. So there you go. Now on to the co-main, the Cowboy, Donald Cerrone, in between divisions. He take on proud Canadian. And Steve Bosse's Canadian, he won. And OAM won. Now Patrick Cote was trying to fly the Canadian flag again and get another victory for Canada. But it took on a vicious Cowboy. Wow, Donald looked awesome in this fight. He's been losing some big fights lately, and he's had some okay performances. But this is his best performance in a while. He looked aggressive, and he just fumbled on Cote, leading up to a third round TKO victory. In dominant fashion. More dominant than our main event. It was a welterweight fight as well. I think, to be honest, I think Cerrone should get the next shot for the welterweight championship. At least he had a better performance, better than these guys. These 2 guys were the top 2 ranked welterweights. Rory McDonald ran an epic fight against Robbie Lawler last year. And Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, you know, the top 2 ranked guys. What did he do? Put on a fight at the lose fight. When they didn't even hit each other. It's like, come on, guys. I hate these kind of... I hate number contender fights. I hate them in UFC because they don't do shit. In these number contender fights, they fight not to lose, not fight to win. And I always say this when it comes to number contender fights. I said, the guy who wins Mostly they don't deserve it because they didn't show they deserve it. They didn't show a dominant performance. Cerrone should get the next shot. Fuck these two guys. These two guys should lose their rankings. And Cerrone should get the next shot. Fuck these two guys. Bull in the crowd, he got booed, and he deserved it. Wonderboy Thompson got the victory, but who fucking cares? It was a boring-ass main event. Not as bad as Bellator's main events recently, but kind of close. It was sad because the first 4 fights were really good, specifically Steve Bossé and Sean O'Connell. Even Comain was kind of exciting. But this fight was just a typical fight not to lose fight. Two guys running around the ring for 25 minutes and didn't do shit. I was surprised the decision wasn't split. If the decision is split, they didn't do shit. That's my magic line. But it was unanimous for Wonderboy Thompson, who does not deserve a title shot. He didn't show he deserves a title shot. Cerrone deserves a title shot more. He had a better performance. I know he's not ranked, but these two guys are top ranked. And these guys don't deserve a shot. They should be stripped of the rankings, and Cerrone gets the next shot. That's my opinion. Now let's get on to Bellator. Following a shitty card in Idaho, Bellator tried to come back. Still got a long way to go. And I do mean a fucking long way to go. And you know what happens when a team, a good team, or at least a home team, gets destroyed? Like, let's say like the Lions play a game against the Packers and get destroyed 50-0. And then the next game, half the stadium's empty because the fans felt so distraught over the embarrassing loss. Well, I felt like that last night, this past Friday in Fresno. Half the arena was empty because fans were ashamed the last Bellator sucked balls. Maybe just go back to playing casinos because now they can't sell arenas because the cards suck now. Bellator is a new TNA of MMA because they suck now. They used to be good, now they kind of sucked. And this card didn't do him any favors yet again. At least it wasn't a freak show like that at 5,000, and now the, can't believe I'm saying it, the late great Kimble Slice. Middleweight division, we had Chris Honeycutt against Mika Apollo. It was okay opener, some okay action, a little bit of excitement, decent striking battle, but it wasn't as good as, let's say, Bossy and Sean O'Connell was a better striking fight. This was a striking battle too, but it wasn't as exciting, with Honeycutt winning by unanimous decision. Then we had John Salter and Brendan Halsey. Damn, did Halsey get cut up bad. He got a big kick by Salter and bled him up bad. But he submitted in the second round. In the first round, actually. So, but damn, Halsey got cut up. That was middleweight, too. Comain, welterweight. Chidi Nujani against Thiago Jumbo. Okay start. You know, it was a boring start, but this Chidi guy got some big moves in, including big kick and punches to get him a KO victory in the third round. Now on to our Bantamweight Championship fight. Eduardo Dantas, the former champion, taking on Marcus Carvalho. Is it just me, or is Bellator champions fucking pussies? We had the middleweight champion, Rafael Carvalho. He didn't do shit in his fight against Melvin Manoff, who did more, and Rafael still won. The judges should be fired for that shit. And this is what happened again. Marcus Carvalho didn't do crap in his fight against Dantas because Dantas was really aggressive. It was kind of one-sided. It was exciting, but it was one-sided, sadly. Better than the last main, but still a long way to go Bellator to redeem their good graces. So Dantas got a unanimous decision victory for being dominant in the fight. Carvalho didn't even hit him like barely twice in that fight. So there you go. Bellator card still not as good as the past. Still got a long way to go. They got a card this upcoming Friday with Rampage in the main. And the vacant lightweight championship on the line. Michael Chandler against Patricky Pitbull as the former champ. Will Brooks will make his UFC debut next month doing fight weekend before UFC 200. So there you go. Now, before I get to my Raw preview, and boy, oh boy, is it going to be an intriguing Raw tonight after what happened last night. The big question has been about the draft. When is it going to take place? The brand split is coming back. Some people thought, okay, maybe on the last Raw before the draft, which would be in Detroit, July 11th. Nope. The draft will take place on the live Smackdown debut on July 19th. Usually, the draft lotteries in the past have taken place on Raw. This is the first time the draft has ever taken place on a Smackdown. So it's interesting they're doing it. So there you go. The draft will take place on Smackdown on July 19th. So I can't wait to see what happens there. And now on to our wall preview. Oh boy. The top 4 questions that must be answered tonight. Question number 4. Will we see the return of Wyatt or Orton, or even a debut of Balor? Now, something big did happen on WWE, but some fans are still not happy. When I say fans, man, even when they get what they want, they still mad. They're picky. So I find another word for picky. Anyway, Wyatt hasn't returned yet. We thought he would be back in the last week, or even at Money in the Bank. But they went that route last year, with him coming in doing an MITV ladder match, scoring over Reigns, starting their feud. So maybe will we see a Wyatt return, or Orton return, or Balor return, or they're gonna debut, or they're gonna save it for the draft. Speaking of that, we have a bonus question. Will another SmackDown GM show up? We saw Kane come back last week, Corporate Kane, Theodore Long. There's a little gag going on who's going to run SmackDown. Will we see Vicky Guerrero come back for a cameo? Or even Paul Heyman? We're still waiting on the return of Paul's client, Brock Lesnar, at the UFC 200. So, see if they need SmackDown people showing up, and of course, any returns of debuts. Question 3. What's next for the losers of the Money in the Bank ladder match? We have Kevin Owens and Cesaro, Del Rio, Jericho, and Sami Zayn. I guess Owens and Zayn will continue their feud. They had a great one-on-one match at Payback, so I think their feud could still continue. Stemming, of course, from Owens getting slammed, Michinoku drivered by Sami Zayn. Damn, that was nasty. Nastiest spot of the night, in my mind. So we could see them feuding more. Jericho and Ambrose should be over. They should not have Jericho feud with Ambrose, now he's champion. Come on. Just to hold over for a Shield triple threat that should be at SummerSlam, not Battleground. And then Cesaro, what's next for him? Maybe wait for Miz to return, the feud again for the IC Championship? Who knows? Or feud with Rusev when he takes out Titus O'Neil permanently, but we'll see what happens with these guys after losing last night. It always looked awesome. Like, a lot of guys were awesome in this match. So on to our second question. Would it be any matches made for Battleground tonight? I don't think they should go right off the bat. They do that sometimes. They make the next pay-per-view main event the day after the pay-per-view. Before it. They should let it sit. Especially with the draft coming up. You know. But now, don't wait too long to announce matches. And now, the number one. Won't go down between the Shield members tonight. There was a hell of an ending last night. Dean Ambrose cashed in Money in the Bank. And, well, he won, and he cashed in on Rollins last night. I think he should have cashed in on Reigns. But still, it's an awesome way to end the pay-per-view. But some wrestling fans are fucking picky. And are still not satisfied. They think the briefcase was wasted on Ambrose, so the only way he could use the briefcase was only to set up a triple threat between the Shield. Fuck you. Fuck those people who think that. Then we find something exciting. If I do something exciting, someone's unpredictable, but it's something shocking and exciting. They never do something cool. Most of the time, they fucking fail. When they have the opportunity, they fail. But they finally did it. Reigns lost, mind you. Reigns lost clean. Because Cena lost dirty to AJ. Wow, that's sad. That Cena lost dirty, yet Reigns got beat clean by Rollins. Yeah, like I said, Rollins should not have been cashed in on, but still, it's so awesome to see Ambrose cash in, but come on, guys. Something exciting finally happens. You finally get what you want, but you're still not fucking happy. To those people. Including FFP reactions. I'm sorry, guys. I like your videos, but you guys saw it differently than I did. I know we have all have opinions, but I'm in the majority of people who thought the ending was awesome. To see Ambrose cash in. Well, short minority of people who finally got what they wanted, but still felt fucking happy and want a bitch. So there you go. See what happens tonight with the Shield. And I said it last night, it's gonna happen. Some people said they shouldn't have the setup for a triple threat be Ambrose having the briefcase at all. They should give it to another guy to use the briefcase on and have Ambrose in the triple threat set up another way. Not having it set up just because Ambrose used Money in the Bank. There's some arguments for that, but come on. It was a shocking ending. Even when Rollins cashed in at WrestleMania, there's people that are probably still pissed about it. Fuck you. But I think this triple threat should not be a battleground. It should not be based on a B-list pay-per-view. It should be a SummerSlam main event. It's got to win all over it if it's not at Mania. So let's see what kind of interactions as Shield members will have tonight, especially now with Ambrose champion. And it didn't really hit me till last night. Shield's the only team to have all three guys win the championship in the same night. Reigns walked in as champion, then Ambrose won, and of course Rollins won. So, good achievement for them. What happened in the huge aftermath of MITB? Find out tonight on Raw at 8, 7 Central on USA Network. And that's it for this very lengthy Atak Sportz. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned tonight for my Raw review. With that in mind, you've been attacked by the sports news from Zach. See you later, yeah. Too sweet.